It's time for our World Cup watch, and we're going to be focusing on a player who has been outstanding this season in France. A young player, ginger-headed little fella in midfield who reminds some people of Paul Scholes. But Valentin Barco is an outstanding footballer in his own right, and he is currently with the Argentinian squad as I speak. He's been capped by Lionel Scaloni, and I know that, Andy, you've commentated quite a bit of Strasbourg this season, as have I, and he's just an absolute delight to watch, this player. I'll give just a little bit of background before I get your thoughts on him. He has already had a fairly eventful career. He started at Boca Juniors, he moved to Brighton in 2023. Didn't get much of an opportunity, just 3 starts with Brighton before joining Sevilla on loan. And then in February of last year, at the age of 20, he joined Strasbourg initially on loan as a left-back. Very quickly, Liam Rossigna saw that he was a bit wasted at left-back because he's so good on the ball. He's got a fantastic engine, and he moved him into central midfield. Strasbourg managed to sign him on a permanent deal for just 10 million euros, which is a phenomenal signing. And Andy, at 21 now, he's going from strength to strength and is one of the best midfielders, I think, in Ligue 1 right now.
I think Valentin Barco is a fantastic player. His energy, the way that he bites at the ankles of opposition players. He always seems to get in between the man and the ball and then win a free kick. You know, he's almost like the classic Argentinian footballer in so many respects. So annoying. You do not want to be on the opposite side to him, but you want him in your team so much. And he really fits in. You talk about the Argentinian national team. He really fits in the mould of guys who are in that squad now, like Rodrigo de Paul is like that. Leandro Paredes, when he was at PSG, was a little bit like that too. He's just got that edge to his game, and the Strasbourg fans love him. And of course, the fact he has the red hair makes him stand out perhaps a little bit more than he otherwise would anyway. But he's brilliant. Just brings everything to that team. And as you say, I mean, you know, he can play as a fullback, yeah, but he plays everywhere. He plays literally everywhere. 1 second he'll be in his own penalty box, the next second he'll be right up the other end of the pitch. Just an absolute dream to have in your team. Still kind of, you know, obviously so important to Strasbourg that I wonder how long they'll be able to keep hold of him. I'm not sure that he's quite going to be a first choice for Argentina, but if he keeps playing this way, he's going to get there eventually, whether it's at this World Cup or future ones, because he's so young as well. He's such a young player, and he's played so many minutes for Strasbourg. Just been a sensational signing for them.
Yeah, and Tom, I mean, if he does play as a starter, or you know, gets plenty of minutes of the World Cup and plays with Enzo Fernandez in the Argentina midfield, you could imagine him at Stamford Bridge before too long. I know it's not what Strasbourg fans want to hear, but what do you think of this guy? Has he impressed you as well?
Yeah, I think he's brilliant. I can only echo what Andy said. I mean, he's described him perfectly. That archetypal, very nasty but extremely good Argentinian central midfielder. I mean, I find it insane that Brighton considered him a mere fullback. He is so good. And when Strasbourg are on their game, Barco just runs everything. He's so good on the ball. He's so assured. He's so tenacious in the tackle. Creative as well. You think about his assist for Diego Moreira against PSG at the Parc des Princes with that little scooped pass over the PSG rearguard. You know, gets up and down so well. Okay, he's not a goal scorer, but you know, he's someone who plays a huge role in Strasbourg's attacking football, and just completely tireless. And with that kind of that grinter, and I think the sort of the South American connection at Strasbourg this season with him, with Joaquin Panicelli, with Enciso's obviously Paraguayan, that has been really central to the Strasbourg success. And you know, once again, such a shame that Panicelli has now been ruled out for the rest of the season. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see how much game time Barco gets during the World Cup. And I suspect if he does, you know, end up back in the Premier League in the next few months or beyond that, we will not be seeing him at fullback again, because he's proven that he's an exceptionally good central midfielder.
And I think if he does get into the Argentina team, he probably won't leave it, because I honestly do rate him that highly. But Andy, what I want to ask you, like, he was young, obviously, he was 19 when he was at Brighton. If there is a question mark, he's only 5'6". Does he have the physical stature? And I know it's something that English people or Premier League followers throw at us. Is he strong enough for the Prem? And my opinion is pretty clear. Like I think he is, but that would be maybe the doubt that a Chelsea or another top English club might have. Yeah,
perhaps. I mean, a lot of footballers are small. They're so lean. They're not very tall. When they stand next to Uri, a lot of them are not necessarily that impressive looking. I mean, plenty of them are, but some of them are. You look at guys like Vitinha and João Neves at PSG. These are little guys. Valentin Barco is small, doesn't weigh much, but he knows how to put himself about, and I think that scouts will see that ability, that engine above all else, and they'll see. I mean, the French league as well is such a physical league.
Yeah,
probably the most physical finishing school in world football, and I think that's one reason with the Premier League, which is intensely physical, they take so many players from Ligue 1 because of their physical attributes. I think he would cope just fine at any level, and I think that the reason he's not right in the Argentina team now is primarily because he's a young guy. He doesn't turn 22 until July, and because Lionel Scaloni has trusted names in front of him like Enzo Fernandez, that you said, Alexis McAllister. They have enough strength and depth to ensure that Barco's not necessarily going to be a starter, but as you say, I think he might work his way into that team and be very hard to get rid of eventually. I think he's going to be a very prominent player in European and world football for quite some time.
Good stuff. Thank you, Andy. We'll see if Barco can lead Strasbourg to glory before the World Cup, because they're still in the French Cup, in the semi-finals and in the Europa Conference League.